Now, this actor has been much on our screens of late, playing a traitorous spy over Christmas, and a few months ago receiving rave reviews for his role in Parade's End as a somewhat sex-mad vicar. After years of high-profile film and TV roles, Rufus Sewell is returning to the stage. I'll be talking to him about the Pinter play Old Times, which has just opened in London's West End. But first this morning, the news headlines. Yeah. When you're performing, when you're delivering it, do you understand everything that you are saying all the time? Do you feel you have total command, or are there so many interpretations, as there always seems to be?
Well, I try to understand exactly what I mean by what I'm saying. You know,
as a start.
And then there's an added complication, of course, in that Kristen Scott Thomas and Leah Williams, two really fantastic actresses who I'm working with, are alternating roles, so that for 3 or 4 nights in a row, Kristen will play my wife and Leah will play the visitor, and then 4 nights later they swap round, and then later on in the run I think what we're going to do is do one version for the matinee and one for the evening, and occasionally we're going to flip a coin. Well, this is the idea, at least. So if it's complicated in its normal version, though I don't think it complicates it, strangely enough it kind of shines a light on the play in a very interesting way.
It's not just a kind of a gimmick to try and attract the audiences. It's actually something that keeps the actors.
Well, hopefully it'll work on both of those levels. I mean, when the play first came to me, it came with this idea, and the first thing I responded to was this amazing part and the play and the cast, and I thought, and they're swapping too, aren't they? Oh well, we'll work that out. And that's turned out to be so enmeshed in what the play is about for me, that I find it hard to separate it now. Though at first I thought of it as just rather clever gimmick to make people buy more tickets. Well, maybe it'll have that effect too, but it works in a very interesting way, I think.
It's the first Pinter production in the new Harold Pinter Playhouse, and I understand his widow, Lady Antonia Fraser, was there last night.
Yes,
did that all go well?
Afterwards, thankfully.
You didn't know beforehand?
No. Well, I mean, we went round to their house, her house, in rehearsals, and you know, she laid on some food for us, and we had a drink, and she was very welcoming and very helpful, and we felt, you know, a lot of support from her. So it wouldn't have been a frightening thing. It's just still first time you ever do it. You know, it was wonderful to know that she had been there, but I'm glad I found out afterwards and not before.